Welcome guys, so we're going to get started. From today we're going to solve Leetcode easy problems using Python, and this is easy problem. There are so many dislikes as 817, so we'll just break it down. So let's read the problem. Given an array of integers nums, so nums is what? This is nums. This variable, this stores a array of integers, okay, like 1 2 3 negative whatnot. An integer target, okay, there's a target integer. Return indices after two numbers such that they add up to target. So there are two numbers, and the addition of those two numbers equals target. You may assume that each input would have exactly one solution. There's no two solutions, three solutions, there's only exactly one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. So, okay, you can return the answer in any order. This is a good sign. So let's take an example. If there's 2, 7, 11, 15, and then the target is 9, and we can tell that this addition of the first and second element, which is 2 and 7 over here, will be 9, so we should return 0th and 1's index. Second example, 3, 2, 4, target 6. 2 plus 4 is 6, so we should return first index of 2 and the sums of second's index, which is 4. Third one, nums 3, 3, target 6, definitely. We're taking these two. Okay? So how do we approach this problem? There are a lot of ways to do it, right? So first of all, we have a hunch that we should loop through an array at least one time. At least one time, meaning that it could be more than 2 times. But we want to optimize the solution. We want to find a brute force, but let's probably approach this problem a little bit smarter way. Is there any way that we just loop through an array, iterate this array one time, and just finish it, right? So what I mean by that is if, so let's write it. If nums is given as 2, 7, 11, and 15, and if target is 9, which is first example, right? Now, we want to loop through each element, and we want to calculate what? We want to calculate target minus num, such that what? The num is an element of each, is on each element, I would say, right? Of an each element of nums. So while we do that, we want to check, hey, are those two additions equal to the target or not? But if there's a duplicate, then how can we deal with this, right? So in this case, we're going to use dictionary. Why is that? Let me tell you. If there's, let's suppose there's like a dictionary called checked. Over this checked, first of all, we just store each element as a key, which I'm writing here. As a value, we want to store what? Indices, indices of each element, 2, 3. Because ultimately, we want to return the indices of specific two numbers of which sum equals the target. So we want to say, hey, while we loop through it, we're going to populate this array as a key. Is it 2 here? If so, populate it with this index. Is it 7 here? Populate it in the system. But when you just say 7, like, we want to actually, what we want to check is, hey, is target minus that num, the current num, which is 7 is here? If so, just return 0 and 1, which is the value of this dictionary. So we could do this as a linear time. Otherwise, you're going to use 2 for loops. One for loop for iterating over the general one, and second for loop is to checking the subtraction of target minus current number, right? We don't want to do that. So what I mean by that is, let's declare one empty dictionary. We're going to populate this. And we're going to iterate for I in range length of nums. This is a very, very generic Python-like kind of syntax, right? But in this case, we want to use a very special method called enumerate, and which I'm going to show you in a second, right? Enumerate that returns an index and a value, a num, in this case, the value of an each array, okay, sequentially. Let me show you by setting up the breaking point, okay. So for index and num in enumerate nums, And let's just print it out. What does that return, you know? Over here, if I run this, as you see, it returns 0, 1, 2, 3. The first column is all the index of another element, and the second element is the value of an element, okay? So over here, what we want to do is we want to check, hey, is target minus current num value inside the checked array or not? We want to ask this. Then do what? Do something. Otherwise, what we want to do is we want to, remember, populate this array, right? This is the format that we want to populate. So we want to do is, hey, we want to get checked and add key as a num, current num, okay? Because in case we have duplicates, we don't want to, so somebody asks, hey, why don't we just store the value, which is like index equal num, something like this. But this is not what we want, because each index cannot be like special indicator of this, because there's no point of storing index in case here, right? All we want to do is we want to store its num, and we want to check, hey, is num over there or not. Maybe you can find some fallback or get around solutions, but I'll probably choose to do this. Num, is num over there, meaning that we're going to check it, because we cannot have duplicate keys. That's the point over here, okay? Index, we want to populate this. Then let's go back to the first logic here. If the target minus null, so in this case, let me show you. What's target minus num? Okay. At first, it's gonna be 7. So once this iteration goes, hey, is there any 7? Okay. Then, because the current num is 2, right? So target's 9 minus 2 is 7. Hey, is it 7 inside? Like this? Is it stored like this? Then we want to directly return the indices of 2 and 7s. What is 2's? 2 is the current index, and the 7, that's the key of the checked. So we want to say checked of target minus num, because that's the index of that whatever is subtraction value. Okay, since we have a squiggle bracket here, let me just declare a function here called def to sum. Okay, and I'm gonna move these two. I'm gonna indent them, and I'm gonna want to print the result and check it out before I clear the console. Check it, get it. 1, 0. Is this what we're expecting? 0, 1 doesn't matter, because previously, remember, the order doesn't matter, okay? If this bothers you, you can switch the order of index and check target num, you know? Second example, let's try 3, 2, 4 and target 6. Nums equal 3, 2, 4 and target equals 6. This returns 2, 1, which is what we're expecting, 1, 2, okay? What about the last one, 3, 3? Now, this is a kind of tricky one. You see, there's a duplicate, so when this runs, target minus num 3 is in checked. Yes, it is in checked, right? Already the 3's keys in store, so we want to directly return those two pairs. What are smart solutions, you know? Don't ask me who came up with this, you know? It just takes time. You can do this, you know? If you have any questions or unclear points, just please leave your comments. I think this is such a smart solution. This takes some time. If you really cannot understand this, just, you know, pick up your pencil and white paper and try to traverse through each step, and again set some debug points over here. You can try other solutions. Please subscribe and press like on my channel. That's going to be of my great help. I promise you that I'm going to keep posting all the solutions and some great ideas. If you were to have better solutions and explanations, also please teach me, because we're all learning mutually. Thank you so much, and hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next session. Bye-bye.